Hello and welcome back to another exciting school year here at Warwick High School. Today I will be showing you how to access the library study hall form for teachers. This will be how you will send students down to the library for study hall. So first you need to be signed into your staff portal and you will be going to your resources page. From there, you will see one of the icons is for the study hall library pass. This is what you will click on in order to fill it out. If you were a study hall teacher last year, you will notice a few minor changes. I'm just trying to make it a little bit easier and better for everyone. So hopefully this is an improvement. I will be collecting your email, so you will have to be logged into your Warwick School District email account. This is so you can request a copy of your responses, and I'll go over that at the end when we get to that point. But just so you are aware, you will see that you are logged in, and it will be recorded. So first thing, you will submit your name. Whoever is submitting this, your name, not the study hall teacher you're covering. That will go in the next spot. This is most of the time going to be done by a student. So if you're not comfortable with them seeing your first name, go ahead and put Miss, Mr., Mrs., Doctor, whatever your title may be, in there. And then this is just so we can track if we're missing anyone, that we know where to contact if we have extra students. If you are covering for another teacher, so if you are covering for your partner or you got pulled into a study hall to cover because another teacher got pulled or whatever reason, you're going to put their name in here. So if Mrs. Miller, my aide, was another study hall teacher and I had her students, I would put her name in here. And then you will click on next. This is the part where you will put in the student information. So you will be allowed to send up to 6 students per study hall teacher. So if you are covering for another student, you will be allowed to send down 6 per teacher. We just ask that they are only from that teacher that you are covering for, or yourself. Please don't mix and match as much as possible. So obviously, student 1, you'll put in a student's name, if I can type. And then with the reference passes, it's the same thing as last year. They will be orange passes. The only difference is they shouldn't need technology because we are one-to-one. The students will no longer need to go to the library to access desktops because they will have their device right in front of them. So now it should be they need help from me or they need specific books. I do expect a decrease in reference passes this year, but we will see how that works. Students with reference passes should get first access to going to the library. You should request any of those first, just so the kids that absolutely need to go down to the library can go down. So just if the student presents a reference pass, select it. If you accidentally click it, just let us know either in the line right underneath or at the very bottom that you accidentally clicked it and they don't need a reference pass or they don't have one, just so we're not hunting them down later. Because we do collect those from the students. They are a once and done pass. They will need to get a new one from their teacher if they continue to need to do something in the library. And this should only be filled out by teachers. None of that should be filled out by a student. And then the last 2 years that we've been doing this, sometimes we'll have teachers put in work that the students will be doing while they are in the library, or they will ask, but originally we didn't have a spot for this. So last year we did add this. So if you do request what the students will be doing to try to keep their shenanigans down to a minimum in the library, which we do appreciate. Hopefully we don't have any of that this year. But if you do, you can put it in this box, so you could be as specific or as vague as you would like. Whatever information you collect, we will greatly and appreciate taking, so that way we know if there is a problem student, we can ask them, well, this is what you were supposed to be working on, where is it? And we can hold the students a little more accountable for what they do in the library. Same thing with student 2. And however many you have, if you don't have 6, let them blank, that's fine. However many you have. And then any additional information, this could be that one of your students is going to the office or the guidance office before coming to the library, and they'll be a little bit late. That way we know we don't have to hunt them down right away. We can wait a little bit and then check in with them, or check in with the office to see if they're still there. Just making sure, again, the students are held accountable for where they're supposed to be. So just putting that in there just, again, helps us know where the students are from your room to the library. And then, like I said, you will now, because I'm collecting your email address, you now have the option of sending a copy of your responses to your email. For those of us that are forgetful and can't remember who we sent down because we have 50 million other things going on in our minds, this now gives you the opportunity to have that recorded and sent to your email. So if someone does go checking up on them, or if you do forget, you have that. It is optional. I'm not going to force you to get an extra email every day, but if you would like it, it is now there. And then you will hit submit. In here, you can edit your response. So if you end up having an extra student that came in late and wanted to go to the library, you can now put that in there. You can, again, opt into sending a second response. If you need to submit a second response for your the person that you're covering for, or for yourself, if you did theirs first, you can submit another response in here. But this first link up here is where you should be checking to see if your students have arrived in the library. This link will take you to the Daily Logs library sign-in folder. It is organized by month, so obviously we are going to be in September. Right now it's still August. I'm trying to get a head start on this. So you will go into September, or whatever day that you will be accessing this, and then first day of school, September 4th. And at the bottom, you will see the first one is before school. Most of the time we have that hidden. Second one is teachers. So that is going to be where your response goes to. And you can, again, get that double check of who did I send down to the library and what were they supposed to be doing. So you can see their names and whatever information you put in. And then the next one will be students. So this is where the students will, when they log into the library through the iPads at the front of the room, this is where they'll go. So you can see a live response of when students are getting there. So if you have one that sometimes wanders, you can double check to make sure that they have arrived in the appropriate amount of time. We'd like to have the students get down to the library within about 5 minutes of leaving your classroom. So they really should arrive in the library before going to the bathroom or stopping at the water fountain or going to their locker. They should either do that before they go to your classroom for study hall, or before or after they get down to the library. We want to make sure we know where the students are at all times, just for those safety reasons. If you have any questions, please email me or stop down in the library, and I will be more than happy to show you this again or answer any questions that you may have. I hope you guys have a great great school year, and I look forward to working with you guys.